Don't do it. I know the urges are strong, they're overwhelming. You're probably thinking to yourself, I'm not even going to make it through this video. But you are in control of your life and you are in control of the urges that you are experiencing. The key is you need to understand where those urges are coming from and why you feel so compelled to relapse right now. You see, you think that the reason why you're struggling with NoFap, and in particular NoFap urges, is because you're struggling with lust addiction. You're struggling with PMO addiction. But that's not the actual addiction that you have. The real addiction that you have is that of escapism. You are addicted to the idea of escaping your current reality. And that is because you are dissatisfied with what you see in the physical realm. And furthermore, you're dissatisfied with your inner reality, with your quality of thoughts and your quality of emotions. You're having trouble coping with how you feel about what you're experiencing, and as a result, you are trying to temporarily escape from the negative emotions that you're experiencing. And you're not misguided in this desire. The desire to escape your current situation is not a bad desire by any means, but it's the means that are negative in this case. Because your goal should not be to temporarily escape. Your goal should be to permanently escape your current situation. Now, in order to do that, first you need to acknowledge what you're escaping from. So instead of numbing yourself and providing a temporary fix in the form of dopamine and instant gratification, you need to think about what is driving you closer to that desire to experience that pleasure that you're seeking out. What about your current life are you dissatisfied with? Pull no punches. It could be your business, your relationship, your familial life, your social life, or a combination of all of these, or something beyond any of that. Maybe you're dealing with health issues, or maybe you're lost in life, you lack purpose. There could be a lot of different reasons. But understand that those are the reasons why you feel compelled to relapse right now. It's not because you saw that girl on your Instagram feed. It's not because that OnlyFans model is putting ads on your YouTube account or anything of that nature. It's because you are dissatisfied with your life. Because if you were satisfied with your life, you wouldn't feel tempted to escape from it. That said, you need to remember why you started NoFap in the first place. Because if you started NoFap, it was because you wanted a better life. So you were dissatisfied with your life when you started NoFap, and you saw NoFap as a bridge that would enable you to get to that life that you desire much more efficiently. And you weren't misguided in believing that. Because again, it's not about having a temporary escape, it's about having a permanent escape. And when you remove that fix, that temporary fix, when you no longer give yourself access to that instant gratification, you leave yourself with no other option but to begin building the life that you would actually prefer to live. And in order for you to do that, not only do you need to take inventory of your current life and what you're dissatisfied with about your current life, but also take inventory of your dream life. What is your dream outcome? What did you visualize when you began this NoFap journey? And be honest with yourself. Okay, as a matter of fact, I'm going to guess that it has something to do with women. I'm going to guess that it has something to do with women in some capacity. Maybe you were infatuated with the idea of walking down the street and having women stare at you. And hey, these are all real possibilities. You can become that guy. You can become him. You can become the guy who is attractive to the women that you are attracted to. But you relapsing on NoFap is not going to help you do that. As a matter of fact, it's only going to slow your progress down. And so you need to hold on to that vision and sell yourself on that vision every single day, especially when you feel the way that you feel right now. because all of that energy that you're feeling right now, because that's really all urges are, they're just energy. All of that energy is the energy that you will use to become the person who is already living the life that you want to live. And this is known as the law of assumption. When you become the person who is already living the dream life and you inherit that life by extension. But that's a different discussion for a different day. For now, focus on becoming that person by not giving in to those urges. Sell yourself on that outcome. And furthermore, sell yourself on how you'll feel once you achieve that outcome, once you become the person who walks down the street and has the women stare at him, or who's able to drive his dream car, or anything else that you see in your dream outcome. And then you need to remember that you have free will. You have free will in this universe to turn the situation that you see right now in your physical reality into the situation that you see in your imagination. You have free will to bring your dreams from your imagination into reality, to pull your desires from the ethereal realm into the physical realm so that they can become your day-to-day experience. You have free will, and you exercise your free will via your decisions. Your decisions determine your destiny. And it's important that you understand this because right now you're being faced with a decision. Contrary to what your mind and your body are telling you, you don't have to succumb to the urges that you're experiencing. You have free will. You don't have to indulge in that instant gratification. I know right now it might feel like the energy is literally forcing you to indulge, but it's not. Okay, the energy is a constant. The energy is not going anywhere. It will continue to flow. Your decision is in where you will direct that energy. Will you allow that energy to be released in the form of a PMO relapse, or will you release that energy in the form of your dream life? Will you bring your dreams to life? Because ultimately, that's all that energy is. That's why it's life force energy. Fundamentally, that energy is designed to bring people to life, to give life to your offspring, which are really just extensions of you and whatever partner you reproduce with. So in the same way, assuming that you're not ready to have kids yet, and you don't want to relapse on NoFap and just release the energy into the ether where you don't actually see any tangible benefits from it, your only real option is to transmute that energy. Okay, if you want to overcome not just this urge that you're experiencing right now, but all urges moving forward, or at the very least most of them, you have to transmute the energy. Now, how do you transmute the energy? Of course, this is much easier said than done, but once you can begin generating that momentum toward transmuting that energy, it actually becomes easier to do that than it does to relapse on NoFap. Because you realize that transmuting the energy toward productive, meaningful tasks is actually much more fulfilling. In other words, you're trading a localized benefit for a global benefit. It's the difference between you eating junk food for the sake of how it tastes and you eating healthy food for the sake of what it does to your body. Once you begin eating healthy food, you realize very quickly that it's very difficult to enjoy eating junk food because you know that it will make your body feel worse even if you temporarily feel better. And sexual transmutation is the exact same way. You just need to generate that momentum to begin with so that you can get into the cycle of turning NoFap into a lifestyle. Now, how do you transmute the energy? Where do you transmute the energy? Well, there are a lot of different places that you could transmute that energy, but my personal favorite is work. Through work. Good old-fashioned hard work. Now, work can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Maybe for you, it might mean manual labor. Maybe you're a construction worker or something like that, a blue-collar worker, whatever, or tradesman, electrician, plumber, anything. Or it could mean starting a business. It could mean being a freelancer and getting more clients and doing a better job for the clients that you have. In any event, take the energy that you have right now, all of that untapped energy that feels like it's literally about to explode out of you, and put it into your work. Put it into your work. And just a little pro tip, if you can start a business, even if that business is just a side hustle, that will be plenty sufficient enough for you to transmute all of the energy that you have. And as a result, you will generate that momentum, you will have more energy to give, you will do a better job, you'll get more positive reinforcement because of that, and then you'll keep going, keep generating the momentum, and you will stay in that cycle. To give you an example, I have taken my energy from PMO, or from NoFap, that is, and I have transmuted that energy into building a business to help people like you overcome their PMO addictions. That's what I've done with my energy. As a matter of fact, if you want to see this in practice, aside from the videos that I post on my channel, you can click the link in the description to get the free PMO Relapse Recovery Guide ebook. In that ebook, I share everything that I've learned about NoFap and how to overcome the current mental state that you're in. So in other words, it's not just about conquering NoFap, it's about conquering the situation that's causing it in the first place. If you're ready to leave your lust in the dust and embrace expansion via sexual transmutation, click the link in the description to get the free ebook so that you can leave your lust in the dust in just 15 minutes.